everybody, I'm Gingy Grimes, and I am from Mint Hill, North Carolina, which is right outside of Charlotte. And so I've got all these questions I'm going to try to answer. Let's see. So I spent 15 years of my adult life in Richmond, Virginia, and then I met Frank, and we got married and decided to come to Boston 15 years later, and we drove up in the red VW Rabbit diesel, and I was pregnant, and we had no means of income, and we had a little apartment and all, but when it came time to buy a house, Brandon was 2 and a half, and we moved to Milton. I got a church job at the First Baptist Church in Wollaston, and the lady who hired me knew that Peter Kaczynski's mother, who went to that church, was saying that QCS needed an accompanist. And I had been playing for a chorus in Framingham, long drive. I was playing for the a cappella chorus, which always gets a few laughs, but it was a real job. But I really wanted to work for QCS, and so I practiced the Hallelujah chorus really hard. That was the audition. And the time came to play it for John. John was conducting, and I noticed when I played it, he was quite the fine conductor, very sensitive, and it was fun, and the energy in the room was just great. Martha McMahon was there. I can't remember who else, and so that's how it all started, and let's see what else. Do I have any favorite concerts, any favorite music? Well, pretty much anything we're working on, you end up falling in love with and delving in. And when we get to the performance is always, QCS manages somehow to make it inspiring and take that next step into awesomeness. That's a really fun part, that you know when you get through all the drudgery of the rehearsals. Not that it's drudgery, but sometimes it is. You're going to jump to the next level and do great things. And of course, one of my favorite concerts was I played for the Brahms Requiem the first go around when my dad was dying, and that was a very moving season for me. And then to get to play it again on the 2-piano version with Stefan, actually one piano, 4 hands, that was pretty great. And yeah, it's all been so great. What else? Oh, well, of course, when we did the Mass for the Dawning Age, which Brandon, my son, wrote, and we all worked so hard on it. He made all the rehearsal CDs. I don't know if you remember, some of you do, and just worked so hard on it. And then the performance came, and it was so thrilling, and a lot of his teachers came to hear him. And the next morning, I remember trying to find something on the radio that matched how amazing I felt. And I finally settled for a Gregorian chant, because that's the only thing that would do. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. Oh, and the trips, of course, the memories on the trips. Trips have been so great. I never thought that would be part, that I would be taking my child to Europe every couple of years. That just too great. And, and going to Ireland, and Greg ushering us into the pub, because we were sort of talking ourselves out of going. He said, "Come on, let's go," and he bought us a drink, and riding through the Irish countryside and coming across the stone unicorn just up on the hill. And in Montreal, Christine took me and Frank out to lunch because she found out it was his birthday, and all these people started coming in, and we ended up having this table full of people. Just so many fantastic memories, just countless. The place where Beethoven had manuscripts, and I could have sworn that Beethoven was there when we performed. It just felt like he was there. Italy, Russia, just been like unbelievable. And one of my favorite memories is getting to rehearsals early and chatting with people, because there are just so many warm, generous, loving people in the QCS. that it's just part of life. You go there and you just feel like you're swept up into this big hug. As When I came to Boston, I left my home, I left my family. Frank had friends because he'd lived here before, but I knew no one. And so I've always considered QCS as my extended family. They've reached out to Brandon and, supported him in everything he's done and loved him. And Frank, who contracted a lot of the jobs. So, but anyway, let's see what else do I want to say. Let's see, I think that about does it. Yeah, I think that's about it. I just can't say thank you enough to QCS. They've been my home, my family, and I love you all. And let's do another 40 years.